We've got a lot to go over in today's video. Sony may have leaked the PlayStation Plus games lineup for the month of November. Yes, we're very early on, but this came out on the official PlayStation website. So unlike last month's leak where somebody just posted an image online, this is coming straight from the horse's mouth. And the games, while I would say they are very good, it's also much more believable than what we were seeing last month with Diablo 3 and Neo. Those games from the get-go I was saying was too good to be true. I said to take that with a grain of salt. With this one, since it's coming from the official PlayStation website, since an image was posted on there, and since the games are super believable, and one of them I've been touting as a game that needed to come to PlayStation Plus for a very long time, this is super believable, and I think there's probably an 80 to 90% chance that this ends up being true. Also, we've got an update on Fallout 76 and how post-launch content will be released for that game. Of course, Fallout 76 is going to be an ever-evolving experience, so even though a lot of us are getting access to the beta later this month and the full game is being released in early November, this will be a game that'll always be adapting and will always be changing. Also, there looks to be a pretty major Diablo announcement coming out of Blizzcon 2018, and I want to round out this video by taking a look at some great game deals available over at Best Buy right now. Both of these are RPGs of different styles, and they're a great deal, so we'll have a look at that at the end of this video. First up, what you guys definitely want to know about are the PlayStation Plus games for the month of November. After being rather disappointed in the month of October with Friday the 13th and Laser League, I know some of you guys feel differently. The month of November, to me, if this turns out to be true, looks rather good. Again, posted on the official PlayStation website, they had an image up. November free PlayStation 4 games include Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition and Yakuza Kiwami. Of course, I am a big fan of the Yakuza games, and I think PlayStation Plus is a fantastic way to get more notoriety and attention on those games. I was saying that they should have given away Yakuza Kiwami prior to the release of Yakuza 6. Do some great promotion that way, but still better late than never. And Yakuza Kiwami is a fantastic game. It's a remake of the very first Yakuza title, and it was released at a budget price of $30, so I don't think it was a big ask asking for that game as a Plus title. And we do look to be getting it in the month of November. But also, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Now, this game is a little bit funny. Bulletstorm was a pretty quirky first-person shooter released last generation. The issue with this game was that it was $59.99, and the game could be completed in 4 to 5 hours. And then they make this Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, and they released it at $49.99, or maybe it was even $59.99. What I do know is that it was way excessively priced, and now to be getting it as a free game for November's PlayStation Plus lineup, that is a great title. Definitely a solid rebound from the month of October, which again I thought was rather disappointing. And again, unlike last month's rumor, which was kind of just posted on the internet and then it spread like wildfire on various outlets, and I said from the get-go it seemed too good to be true. With this rumor, it's coming straight out of the horse's mouth from the official PlayStation website, and the games are so much more believable. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, a game that's probably not selling all too well anymore, and Yakuza Kiwami is a game that I've been saying should be a Plus title for so long. This is a lot more believable than a game like Diablo 3 Eternal Collection and Neo, so I would put a lot of credibility on this one, but still, you'll have to wait and see. Let's see how it plays out, but I do think, again, at least an 80% chance that this comes to fruition. Moving on from that, we are coming up to the Fallout 76 Break It In early test application, and of course, the official release will come in early November, but we do know that this is going to be a game that is going to be ever-evolving. It is going to change through time, and Bethesda will constantly be updating the game, and Todd Howard, director of Bethesda Game Studios, confirmed in an interview on the French Bethesda YouTube channel that they will be supporting it on a month-to-month and week-to-week basis. Now, I would imagine a lot of this content would be free, but just like typical Bethesda properties, I'm sure there will be some paid content released as well. He continued by saying, we have the game that we're launching, but then we also have the game that it's going to be a year from now and 2 years from now. And more so than Fallout 4 or The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, those games were exclusively single-player, with Fallout 76 having a big presence on the online side of things. This is going to be a game you would imagine that Bethesda will keep support running for a very long time. I know a lot of you guys still aren't completely sold on Fallout 76, but hopefully with the Break It In early test application, hopefully with more gameplay release, more and more of you guys are sold on it. I still think outside of Red Dead Redemption 2, Fallout 76 definitely is the most anticipated game for the rest of the year. I still see it doing very well from a commercial standpoint, but I think a lot of people will be swayed one way or the other after they actually play the beta. Moving on from that, it looks like we're coming up on a major Diablo announcement at BlizzCon 2018. The exact schedule for BlizzCon 2018 has been released release, and there are 2 panels being planned for Diablo, one of which is after the main presentation. And remember that during that main presentation, that's where Blizzard is going to show off all of their surprising announcements, all of their new content that is coming, and whether it be a new Diablo 3 expansion, maybe a new Diablo experience altogether, they definitely want to throw out one major announcement for their main stage presentation. And considering the World of Warcraft expansion was just released, I'm sure they'll show off some WoW stuff. They really need to promote a different game, and Diablo would be that game. And do remember that Blizzard confirmed in the past that they have multiple Diablo projects in the work. Later this year, we do have the release of Diablo 3 coming to the Nintendo Switch, but Blizzard, when talking about these Diablo projects, said that some of them are going to take longer than others, but we may have some things to show you later this year. That was said directly by community manager Brandy Camel, so I would be very much open-minded to the possibility of new Diablo experiences being shown at BlizzCon 2018. And if you don't know, BlizzCon is starting November 2nd. The opening ceremonies will kick off at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then the Diablo What's Next panel will be happening at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time and 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Given the fact that they have an entire panel directly after the main show, you would think that you would show off something major at that main show and then parlay it with a big presentation showing off the game. That's just speculation on my part, but usually you have to look at how they schedule these presentations because that could tell a much bigger story. Lastly, I do want to round out this video by taking a look at some excellent PlayStation 4 game deals available at Best Buy right now. Dragon's Crown Pro continues to drop in price. The Battle Hardened edition is $20 off, available for $29.99. Now, this is an even better deal than when it's on sale on the PlayStation Store. Recently, when Dragon's Crown Pro has been on sale, it's been around $35, I believe 30% off. So this physical copy at Best Buy is a little bit cheaper at $29.99. And remember, Gamers Club Unlocked is still a thing for those of you that have a subscription active. You will save 20% extra, and that'll knock it down to $23.99, which is an excellent price for Dragon's Crown Pro. I did say for a while, much like Burnout Paradise Remastered, that I thought Dragon's Crown Pro was excessively priced at $49.99. That was way too expensive for a PlayStation 3 game, and a game that in my opinion should have never been released at $59.99 from the get-go. I love Vanillaware as a studio, but come on, Dragon's Crown just isn't a game that you really associate $60 with, and then a remastered version. $49.99 was just always too expensive, but $30 for the game I think is a great buy.
Let's see. Get him.
And another fantastic deal. This deal is regularly available, but if you guys have yet to take advantage of Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition, it's $30 off, down to $19.99 at Best Buy. Again, with GCU, you'll save an additional 20% and you'll get it for $15.99. Awesome price for Pillars of Eternity. An RPG that does have a little bit of a learning curve, especially if you are more used to console-centric RPGs. Not a lot of voice acting in Pillars of Eternity, which may be a turnoff to a lot of people. That will be remedied in Pillars of Eternity 2, a game that's already been released on PC. That game is entirely voice acted, so it'll be a lot more accessible to console players in my eyes. But Pillars of Eternity, the first game, is still an excellent game. A lot of people actually think this one's better than the second. And with this being the complete edition, you do get the White March Part 1 and Part 2 expansions. That's going to add a sizable amount of content to an already pretty expansive experience. You're introduced to a bunch of characters and the background regarding the game. It's easy to get really absorbed into Pillars of Eternity, so give it a shot. Even though the visual style, the presentation might turn you off at the get-go, just give it a chance. Give it a couple of hours, and I guarantee you, if you're into RPGs, you will have a quality time with Pillars of Eternity.
A whole generation. You're not wrong. This is our punishment. It's no way to teach a lesson. If it's something else, maybe we can stop it too.
So that's going to conclude this video. Again, it looks like the PlayStation Plus lineup for the month of November has been leaked, with Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition and Yakuza Kiwami. That was posted on PlayStation.com, so directly from the horse's mouth, I would put a lot of credibility behind this, but we will keep you guys updated. Fallout 76 post-launch content will be released on a month-to-month and week-to-week basis. The Break It In Early test application kicks off on October 30th, and the full release will follow on November 14th. There looks to be a major Diablo announcement at BlizzCon 2018, and Dragon's Crown Pro and Pillars of Eternity are both discounted over at Best Buy. Great deals on those. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.